and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Mr. Charlie Bowman! Alrighty, kids. This next contestant is big. He's mean. He has statistically less of a sex drive than your average human being. I'm talking, of course, about Ayden Smith!
I exist. What's up? We're gonna talk tonight about some stuff. Like Ryan said, I've kind of learned about myself recently that I believe that I have a slightly lower than average sex drive. I don't like saying it like that. I don't consider myself to be asexual. I don't think it's quite that low, but a little bit lower than average, perhaps. And I want to talk about some moments in my life that made me realize that. But first, just to give an example, my best friend. Point and laugh. My best friend is in the audience tonight. My best friend has a very, very high sex drive. I hope you let me say that. Is that okay?
I already gave you permission.
I just wanted everyone to know. My best friend has a very high sex drive, and I have a very low sex drive. They make it up for the two of us, right? The common ground is neither of us have sex. So a couple years ago, 2019, I broke up with my last serious girlfriend. Boo-hoo, whatever. I did what everyone does when they break up. I downloaded Tinder. Am I right? Raise your hand, please, if you've ever downloaded Tinder, if you've had a Tinder account. Some of you are lying. Raise them high. All right, keep them raised if you still have a Tinder account. All right, cool. Keep them raised. Keep them raised. So 2019, I didn't get a lot of matches, I did this thing where I made like a PowerPoint presentation. Has anyone seen that on Tinder? I thought it was so cute, and it's awful. I was such a nerd. I listed all my hobbies. I said I was a theater kid. Don't put that on a dating profile. No one will swipe on you. It is awful. But I made a friend, I would say, or call her A for tonight for these purposes. A was a person. I love her. We still talk every once in a while, but we were very different people. Her sex drive was very high. And we were talking one night. Also, I should clarify, she lived in St. Cloud. I've, to this day, never met her in person. But we were talking on the phone one night. It was like 11 p.m. And we got on the topic about nudes. And she was like, Ayden, theoretically, would you ever want to be sent a nude photo? And I said, I never have. I don't know. I think I would be against it, perhaps. She said, no, Ayden, would you want a nude photo? And I said, maybe. I don't know. She said, Ayden, do you want me to send you a nude photo? I said, of you? Said, Ayden, do you want me to send you a nude photo of myself right now? And I said, oh gosh, perhaps, yeah. Shoot away. And within a second, I got 3 or 4 photos. I was like, cool, deleted them immediately. We talked for another 20 minutes or so, got off the phone. That was the last time I talked on the phone. That was 3 years ago. We follow each other on Twitter now, and that's about it. I see where I went wrong there now. It took me a few years, if I'm being honest. There's another thing you need to know. My shirt's not buttoned. That's so embarrassing. We're going to leave it like that. There's another thing you need to know about me. Unfortunately, I'm a fan of 21 Pilots. That and my sex drive probably correlate somewhere. I don't know where. But in 2019, after all of that, I decided I needed some time away. So I went to the sexiest place imaginable. I took a solo trip. I flew to Columbus, Ohio to see 21 Pilots live in their hometown. Columbus, Ohio is known for two things, and neither of them are sex. Which is not why I went there. I went there for 21 Pilots. So I camped out on the street for 3 nights to see my favorite band live. This is genuinely bothering me. We're gonna fix it. I'm so sorry. Cool, thanks. So I went to see 21 Pilots live. I camped out on the street for 3 nights. We were in a park, we were on the sidewalk. I had a sleeping bag, right? I did have a hotel room though, north of the city, about 20 minutes. And a lot of weird stuff happened on this trip. We had a gun threat at one point, just America. And I made a couple friends on the way. There's these 2 women who were about my age, had driven all the way from Arizona up to Columbus, also to see 21 Pilots. And they were talking about how they hadn't showered in several days. And I was like, hey, you know what? I don't want to pay for an Uber back to my hotel, but I need to go there anyway, if you drive us up there, you can use the shower in my hotel room. So we did that. Me and these 2 complete strangers drove the 20 minutes, had a time, I guess. I don't even know their names. I don't think I knew their names at the time. And it wasn't until later I realized what I had done. I had brought 2 lesbians, complete strangers, to my hotel room. I brought 2 lesbian strangers to my hotel room. There's not a joke there. I just really want you guys to know that. All right. There was 2 back-to-back shows, right, for 21 Pilots. After the first show and between the second, my line moved to the venue. And the friends that I had made nearby were all hungry after the show, so we ordered Domino's. It took over an hour for them to tell us that they were closed. And in that time, I had made a new friend. We're gonna call her G for the sakes of tonight. And G, we met because she needed to use my phone charger. And we got to talking. She was from Detroit. And she was catching a 7:30 bus back to Detroit. So she had 6 hours to just mess around, do whatever she wanted. And because my Domino's never came, I was super hungry. So I was like, hey, do you want to go find a food truck? Whatever. So we did. We spent the next 6 hours together exploring downtown Columbus, Ohio. Not just like walking. We rented 1 electric scooter. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say electric scooter? I'm not a small guy. Me and G shared 1 electric scooter. There's no way that that is not like some kind of sexual thing, right? Anyway, it comes to 7 o'clock, I bring her to the Greyhound station, and she's like, hey, you said you have a hotel room, right? I'm like, yeah. What if I move my bus ticket back a couple hours, and we go back to your hotel room? I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. That'd be a good time. So I called an Uber, and we got up there. The sun rose. She looks at me and says, I've never seen the sunrise before. That is bullshit. I'm gonna be honest. She said that to me, this 20-year-old woman. There's no way that that was true, right? We get back to the hotel room. 1 queen-size bed at a Red Roof Inn in northern Columbus, Ohio. I quick take a shower. We get in bed together, and we both go to sleep. Didn't get her phone number. I probably said I love you. I don't remember. All I know is that in the morning I bought her breakfast. Shut up. The next day, or later that day, I seen 21 Pilots for the second time. She took the bus back to Detroit. Never seen her again, of course. And this just goes to show that 21 Pilots fans don't have sex. Good night, everybody.